Villere. Sandy, well, certainly the Dow now off 149 points or so, but you say the good news far outweighs the worries over COVID cases rising, and it appears that the markets agree. Make your case.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley, for having me. And yeah, I think the part of the good news is that's why the market has gone from, say, 18,000 at the lows March 29th to, over 30,000 today. You've got, the market can't stand uncertainty. You've got the presidential election in our rearview mirror. We've probably got a split Congress. That means low taxes and probably deregulation. 3 vaccines, let's say, from Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca. And then I guess the icing on the cake is Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary, who would love to keep, interest rates lower for longer and probably a big advocate for some stimulus. So a lot of positives to outweigh the spike in COVID cases.
And in particular, Sandy, you like Caesars, eHealth, and Pool Corp. But let's begin with Caesars. Why do you like this particular company?
Yeah, I mentioned Caesars about 2 weeks ago on your show. It was around 58. Today it's closer to 70. And it's a play on the reopening of the economy. Tom Reeg's done a phenomenal job. He was originally in El Dorado, swallowed the whale with Caesars. And with their online gaming through their acquisition, a $3.7 billion acquisition of William Hill, I think they've got a big runway to probably a triple-digit stock.
All right, well, let's see, triple-digit, nice. eHealth, why do you like eHealth?
So eHealth is really just, they've got a website called eHealth.com, and they're trying to allow seniors, those 65 or older, to buy Medicare insurance as easy it is to buy a plane ticket on Travelocity or Expedia or something like that. So we think every day you've got more and more sophisticated 65-year-olds, and we think their open enrollment period is right now. We think they're just going to have a big fourth quarter. The stock really hasn't moved, and I think it's a great opportunity for people to get into a very reasonably priced stock.
These were the stocks that you liked earlier in the month, and you're kind of doing a victory lap here, Sandy. Very good indeed. Pool Corp. Why did you like that? Pool?
Yeah, so Pool, we've been involved with it for the better part of a decade. They're actually in Covington, which is about an hour from where I am in New Orleans, but this is the largest distributor of swimming pool products in the U.S. They're as big as their top 50 competitors combined, so truly dominate this niche. As people stayed at home and swam, the stock got kind of a stay-at-home multiple to it. Right when they came out with the vaccine, the stock has pulled back about 15%. I think it's going to allow people to jump in, pun intended, at a reasonable valuation, and I think this is going to be a good one for people over the long run.
And you think overall you're pretty bullish for the new year, despite the rise in COVID cases? You think a vaccine just around the corner?
Yeah, I think there's just too many positives to outweigh these negatives. And again, the market just likes certainty. And finally, we've got some of that. And so analysts can start to sharpen their pencils and see where we go. But I just think, with the vaccines out there, it's going to be a little bit of a turbulent, winter. But I think we get through this spike in COVID cases and just too much stimulus. And if the Fed's going to be continue to throw kind of the kitchen sink and support this market, we're in.
Too much good news is a good thing. Sandy, thank you so much for joining us. We much appreciate it. We still have a big show ahead.